One of the most shocking celebrity breakups has to be Common and Tiffany Haddish.
This was the only man that I had ever thought truly loved me.
The pair had been dating for over a year.
One day I might be feeling like everything is good.
I lost everything. All my gigs gone.
Really?
Everything gone.
But now that they've changed face, you know,
I
do you
don't
feel
know,
like
bro.
you regain your,
I don't have no job. I miss him. I miss him from time to time, but that's what I think with any relationship, an intimate relationship that you might have, you miss them, but I'm fine with it.
Tiffany Haddish just confirmed what we all suspected. The allegations involving minors destroyed everything she built overnight.
The video, like you said, it was really disturbing, Isaiah. Like, I couldn't believe, what they were just insinuating. And then the fact that they also were using an R. Kelly song under the video, it was just super cringy. And it was I don't understand.
That lawsuit that made her vanish from Hollywood. The sketch, she admits, was wrong. And the relationship with Common that ended with him cutting her off completely.
Voicing regret, comedian Tiffany Haddish just responded to the child sex abuse lawsuit that she is facing.
This is what Tiffany Haddish confirms about the rumors that nearly ended her. Tiffany Haddish's career imploded in September 2022 when a lawsuit surfaced accusing her and comedian Aries Spears of disturbing acts involving 2 minors. The allegations claimed Haddish recruited the children, a 14-year-old girl and her 7-year-old brother, through their mother, someone Haddish had known for years. What started as comedy camp appearances turned into something that would destroy her reputation overnight. The first incident allegedly occurred in 2013. Haddish appeared as a guest speaker at a comedy camp where 14-year-old Jane Doe was a student. Haddish told the teenager she had found the perfect role for her. When Jane arrived for what she believed was a normal audition, the situation became disturbing. The lawsuit claimed Haddish taught Jane how to simulate inappropriate acts with a sandwich. The girl did what they told her so she could go home.
I don't understand, even if it was 10 or whatever years ago, how they could have ever participated in something like this, because doing stuff with children and being a pedophile and stuff, because I think it was called Diaries of a Pedophile or something like that.
The second incident was worse. In 2014, Jane's younger brother was only 7 years old when Haddish allegedly offered to help film an audition tape for a Nickelodeon role. The boy's mother agreed, trusting Haddish as a family friend. The filming happened at Aries Spears' house. The video showed the boy stripped to his underwear while Spears' character portrayed someone with inappropriate interest in children. The footage included scenes of the child being oiled down and massaged, while Spears watched through newspaper holes. The video was titled in a way that suggested predatory behavior. It was uploaded to Funny or Die, where it remained online until 2018. When the platform discovered what the content actually showed, they removed it immediately.
Let me describe some of the video to the audience. A 9-year-old kid was all oiled up. Aries Spears was looking through a paper at this kid laying on the floor to some R. Kelly music.
When Jane's brother came home from the shoot, he was visibly upset and crying. The mother repeatedly asked Spears and Haddish what happened during filming that made her son so distressed. Spears claimed the footage was unusable because the boy was uncooperative. He said he deleted everything. Haddish said she didn't have a copy and claimed it was meant to be funny. The mother didn't learn the video had been published online until 4 years later, in 2018. The lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court in early September 2022. Jane Doe was 22 years old when she filed on behalf of herself and her younger brother. The legal complaint stated that Haddish and Spears had stolen the youth of vulnerable children. Hollywood's reaction was immediate and brutal.
As a result of this video, and I'll tell you, Dave, I saw the video. It's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's out there. I can't imagine how they thought it would be funny.
Tiffany Haddish watched her career evaporate within days. Studios stopped returning calls. Projects that were greenlit suddenly went silent. Talk show appearances were canceled without explanation. Even though nothing is proven, all evidence suggests The entertainment industry had decided Haddish was too toxic to work with before any court judgment. On September 20th, 2022, just weeks after filing the explosive lawsuit, Jane Doe abruptly requested the case be dismissed with prejudice. This meant the lawsuit could never be refiled against Haddish or Spears. The sudden reversal shocked everyone following the case. It's not confirmed, but all evidence points towards some kind of settlement happening behind closed doors. That statement raised eyebrows across social media. Just days earlier, Jane Doe had been calling for criminal prosecution of both comedians. She had contacted the Los Angeles district attorney demanding immediate arrests. The internet went crazy, saying that the complete reversal proved someone had paid off the family to make the allegations disappear.
We know now the lawsuit has been dismissed against Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears, but it's our understanding that Haddish, in some form or fashion, settled this lawsuit.
2 days after the dismissal, TMZ caught Tiffany Haddish at LAX airport. The photographer asked how she felt now that the saga was over. Haddish said she was relieved and that her main concern had been the kids and making sure they were okay. When asked if the dismissal would help her career recover, her response was bleak. Haddish explained that every opportunity had disappeared the moment the allegations became public. Studios had moved on to other actresses. Producers had recast her roles. Comedy clubs were hesitant to book her. The dismissal might have cleared her legally, but Hollywood operates on perception, and the perception surrounding these allegations was toxic.
I lost everything. All my gigs gone.
Really?
Everything gone.
But now that they've changed face,
I
you
don't
feel
know,
like
bro.
you regain your,
I don't have no job.
When the photographer asked about Aries Spears and whether she had spoken to him about the dismissal, Haddish's answer was definitive. She said she doesn't talk to him anymore. She made clear she doesn't speak for him and doesn't affiliate with him. The distance she created from Spears suggested she blamed him for dragging her into this situation. Lots of fans think that Haddish was trying to separate herself from Spears to salvage what was left of her reputation. Representatives for Haddish later told media outlets that her comments about losing everything were taken out of context. They pointed out she still had projects in post-production, including Disney's Haunted Mansion and Season 2 of Apple TV's The After Party.
The other casualty of this is her friendship with Aries Spears. She was asked about that same interview, and she said, I don't want to speak on him. She's distanced herself from him, which is a shame. They've known each other for a long time. It was stupid.
But the reality was that no new projects were being offered. Everything Haddish had on her schedule was already filmed before the lawsuit dropped. Her future in Hollywood looked uncertain at best. The swift dismissal of the case prevented any investigation into what actually happened during those filming sessions. Some conspiracy theories reveal that powerful people wanted the case to disappear before more damaging details emerged. While Tiffany Haddish was dealing with career destruction from the lawsuit, another rumor about her personal life was gaining traction. Her relationship with rapper Common had ended in November 2021, almost a year before the allegations surfaced. But the circumstances of their breakup revealed a pattern of exclusion and emotional distance that many fans found disturbing. Tiffany and Common had met on the set of the movie The Kitchen in 2019. Their friendship evolved into romance during the pandemic in 2020. They went public with their relationship in August 2020. Haddish called it the healthiest and most fun relationship she'd ever had. She said it was where she felt safest out of all the relationships she'd ever experienced.
And she was talking about her relationship with Common. She said it was healthy, it was funny, it was probably one of the funniest relationships she's been in, it was safe, and then all of a sudden, it just didn't work.
For over a year, they appeared to be Hollywood's happiest couple. But behind the scenes, things were falling apart. Haddish noticed Common began withdrawing from her. There were events he attended without inviting her. A concert in New York where she wasn't included. A birthday party for Barack Obama that she didn't receive an invitation to. Most painfully, Common's own birthday celebration happened without her. These exclusions sent a clear message that she was being phased out of his life. The breakup happened over the phone. Common called Haddish and told her he thought the relationship had run its course. That was it. No in-person conversation. No attempt to work through problems.
Said the feeling wasn't mutual, that they were together, and then all of a sudden, Common hit her with a text and said the relationship ran its course.
Just a phone call ending what Haddish thought was the healthiest relationship of her life. Common told a completely different story to the media. In November 2021, he appeared on Hollywood Unlocked and claimed the breakup was mutual. He said they both cared about their crafts and careers. Common explained that they weren't feeding the relationship, and it was hard to balance everything. When Haddish heard Common's version of events, she was disappointed. In December 2021, she appeared on Hollywood Unlocked herself and contradicted his story. She said she missed him, but was hurt by how he characterized their breakup. Haddish said what he told the media wasn't what he told her privately.
Well, I think once Tiffany and I got back on the move, it really didn't allow for us to spend as much time and put as much energy into our relationship.
She described feeling abandoned once again, something she'd experienced her entire life. The internet went crazy, saying that Common had used Haddish during the pandemic and discarded her once normal life resumed. While there are no credible reports of Common being physically harmful to Haddish, lots of fans think the emotional treatment she described showed patterns of mistreatment worth examining. Haddish's response to Common's explanation revealed deeper hurt. She suggested he might be the type of person who never settles down with anybody. She compared him to a bee going from flower to flower. Even though she tried to sound positive and wished him happiness, the pain was evident. Being excluded from important events before the breakup. Being broken up with over the phone after a year-long relationship. Having him lie to the media about the breakup being mutual when she clearly didn't agree. Even though nothing is proven, all evidence suggests Common handled the relationship ending in a way that left Haddish feeling used and abandoned. Some conspiracy theories reveal that Common's sudden withdrawal coincided with him reconnecting with other women in the industry.
I was disappointed. I was very disappointed. I was like, oh, okay. Because that's not what you told me, but okay.
By 2024, Common was publicly dating Jennifer Hudson. When asked about this new relationship, Haddish tried to sound supportive. She told podcast host Hoda Kotb that she hoped they were having fun, but she also described the breakup in a way that highlighted how abrupt it felt. Haddish compared the ending to being a kid on a playdate having fun, then suddenly looking around and realizing the other person is gone. She described seeing them waving goodbye while their mom carries them away. That's what it was like with Common. One day they were together. The next day, he was gone with barely an explanation beyond a phone call. Lots of fans think the way Common handled the breakup showed patterns of emotional mistreatment. Haddish has been open about experiencing genuine harm in previous relationships. She survived domestic violence from a previous marriage. She experienced assault as a teenager. These past traumas made the relationship with Common feel especially safe to her, which is why his sudden withdrawal was so devastating. She thought she'd finally found someone who wouldn't hurt her, and then he disappeared from her life with minimal explanation. The pattern of exclusion followed by abandonment triggered deep wounds from her childhood and previous relationships. Haddish admitted she's been alone for so long and so used to being abandoned that she expects it now.
I miss him. I miss him from time to time, but that's what I think with any relationship, an intimate relationship that you might have, you miss them, but I'm fine with it.
That admission revealed how deeply the Common breakup affected her sense of trust and safety. The relationship she thought was different turned out to follow the same pattern of men who had hurt her before. The exclusions from events felt like slow rejection. The phone call breakup felt like cowardice. The public lies about it being mutual felt like erasure of her experience. The combination of the lawsuit allegations and the Common breakup created a perfect storm that destroyed Tiffany Haddish's public image. Before September 2022, Haddish was one of Hollywood's most in-demand comedic actresses. She had won an Emmy. She had a Grammy for Best Comedy Album. She had starred in Girls Trip, one of the most successful comedies of the decade. She had a memoir on bestseller lists. Her future seemed limitless. After the lawsuit dropped, everything stopped. The phone calls from agents and managers became less frequent. Studio executives who used to take meetings suddenly had scheduling conflicts. Projects that seemed certain were quietly put on hold. Haddish went from being everywhere to being nowhere in a matter of weeks. When TMZ caught her at LAX in September 2022, Haddish's devastation was obvious. She told the photographer she had lost everything. Every gig was gone. She didn't have a single job lined up. The woman who had been commanding 7-figure salaries for movie roles was suddenly unemployed. The dismissal of the lawsuit didn't matter. The damage to her reputation was permanent. Representatives for Haddish tried to push back on the narrative that she was completely blacklisted. They pointed to upcoming projects like Haunted Mansion and The After Party Season 2. But industry insiders knew the truth. Those projects had been filmed before the allegations emerged. No new work was being offered. Studios were quietly removing her from consideration for roles she would have been perfect for months earlier.
I lost everything. All my gigs gone.
Really?
Everything gone.
But now that they've changed face,
I
do you
don't
feel
know,
like
bro.
you regain your,
I don't have no job.
The entertainment industry has a long history of abandoning people at the first sign of scandal, especially women, and especially black women. It doesn't matter if allegations are proven or disproven. The mere association with controversy is enough to make someone unhireable. Haddish was learning this lesson in the most brutal way possible. Beyond losing work, Haddish also lost her reputation as someone audiences could trust around children. Her brand had been built partially on being funny and relatable. The allegations made her toxic. Parents didn't want to take their kids to movies she was in. Comedy clubs worried about protests if they booked her.
Will she get cast again? Absolutely. She's a box office draw. She does real well. She sells movie tickets, but it's going to be a break time.
Streaming platforms reconsidered projects with her name attached. Haddish tried to maintain a positive attitude publicly. She posted on social media about gratitude and staying strong. She talked about future projects she hoped to develop. But underneath the positive messaging was someone whose career had been destroyed by allegations she couldn't fully address because of legal constraints. In interviews since the lawsuit was dismissed, Tiffany Haddish has confirmed several things that rumors had suggested all along. She confirms the sketch with minors was real and that she deeply regrets participating in it. She confirms her career was destroyed by the allegations regardless of the lawsuit being dismissed. She confirms the breakup with Common wasn't mutual despite what he told the media. Haddish has also confirmed that she struggled with fertility issues, experiencing 8 miscarriages due to endometriosis. She's confirmed that she's been diagnosed with conditions that make pregnancy extremely difficult. In July 2023, Haddish gave a lengthy interview to the Washington Post where she opened up about everything. She confirmed the details about Common excluding her from events before breaking up with her over the phone. She confirmed her disappointment with how he characterized their split publicly. She confirmed that she felt abandoned and hurt by someone she thought was different from men who had harmed her in the past. Haddish also confirmed she's been celibate for extended periods since the breakup. She refuses to lay down with just anybody anymore.
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. This would be my 8th miscarriage. I've got a uterus shaped like a heart. It just won't keep anything in.
She's confirmed that she views herself as the prize, and men need to qualify to be with her. What Haddish hasn't fully confirmed is whether any settlement was paid to make the lawsuit go away. She hasn't confirmed exactly what happened during those filming sessions that made the children so uncomfortable. She hasn't confirmed whether she feels genuine remorse for the content beyond regretting how it affected her career. Lots of fans think Haddish got away with something that would have ended anyone else's career permanently. Even though nothing is proven, all evidence suggests she participated in creating content involving minors that was inappropriate at best. Other fans believe Haddish was unfairly targeted and that the lawsuit was indeed an extortion attempt. They point to the suspicious timing of the dismissal and the plaintiff's complete reversal. The internet went crazy, saying Haddish will never work at the same level again. Some conspiracy theories reveal that she's been blacklisted from major studio projects permanently. Haddish confirms she's had to accept this new reality and find different ways to work. She's focused more on behind-the-scenes producing. She's invested in community projects like the grocery store in Crenshaw. Tiffany Haddish confirms she lost everything in the wake of those allegations. She confirms Hollywood abandoned her instantly. She confirms the pain of being excluded and abandoned by Common. She confirms struggling with health issues and fertility problems that have complicated her personal life. The woman who seemed unstoppable in 2017 after Girls Trip confirms she's now just trying to survive and rebuild whatever's left of her Hollywood dreams. Anyway, that's it for the video, folks. Bye.